Welcome to a Rome 2 Total War 2 versus 2 siege battle. We are spectating today as the aggressor. Balance of power is in their favour. A 1 hour battle. Oh god, I'm gonna be here all day. Alright, never mind, don't complain, Melkor, don't complain. This is of course hosted by OBG. I'm just the commentator, and I hope you enjoyed. Check out the OBG Discord linked down below. This is the Siege of Alexandria, and a beautiful city. Absolutely stunning. I wish Rome 2 really took advantage more of the beautiful cities here, like fighting here, bringing ships in here. They could have done so much more with this game, but yeah, it's a shame they didn't. These walls are falling apart. Yeah, they need a bit more maintenance there. Then again, do you really need a wall here? I don't think so. I don't think you do. At least not one this high. Like, a wall going up to like this rock maybe would have been fine. Like, you've got the buildings on the left side to cover it. Anyway, getting completely distracted by the beautiful city here. We have over here pushing forwards the Celts. Let's take a look at my notes. So this is Galatia, controlled by KR2004. Over here we have Macedon, controlled by Ivan Chards. Defending the city as Bactria, Bactria, we have Mr. Romantis. Oh, Mr. Romantic. So it's romantic but romantic. Okay? And then over here as the Samnites, a faction we rarely see in Rome 2 battles, the Samnites, we have Hella Fantastic. That's his name apparently. Good luck to these players here. Bactria's got some cavalry coming out to fight this on the field. Oh, beautiful water. Interesting move. It is the general though. You gotta be. I'm all for units coming out of the city, but you got to be careful if it's gonna be the general. You don't want to lose your general early on in a defensive siege when you just don't need to. Ooh, okay. It's gonna be a long one. So I might not be like full on hype mode for the entire hour here. It's gonna be a really long battle. My throat's gonna be completely dead afterwards. But I think we've got an interesting one. We've got their units on the walls, the Rams are pushing forwards. If you've seen the OBG Discord tournaments before, you've already seen all this. The Rams push forwards. The siege towers are meant to block arrow fire. And they're in. They're going to capture this tower. The defenders giving up on the front line. They're going to let this tower fall. This archer unit here has been engaged in melee. They've been caught off guard. So they're all going to get cut down. And where are they going to pull back to? The defenders. You've got to hold these plaza points here. It would be so cool if they just defended this bridge bit here and maybe some bits over here. If they really pulled back deep into the city. I don't think we'll see it, but it would be spectacular if they did. Balance of power in favour of the attackers here. Don't know why. Maybe they just have better troops. They're pushing through the gate. Wait, those are Bactrians. Nah, never mind, I got confused there. They pushed out of the gate, now they're pushing back through. Yeah, and they're trying to hold it down to make sure no cav units rush out of this. Yeah, if you're going to rush out with cav units, you don't want to use this gatehouse. There's not enough room to manoeuvre. You'll only get trapped. I think if you're going to do a sally out, this is the gatehouse you use. Ooh, a pretty little temple back here. Oh, nice. Let's go inside. I do like how you can interact with the buildings here. That is really cool. Big door. I like a nice big door. Do you ever like, when you see a big double door, do you ever try and look really cool and you just push both doors open at once in a dramatic entrance? I know I do. So yeah, the wall's completely destroyed here. Gonna knock down this final bit. No, they're not going to knock down the... Alright, the catapult might knock down that final bit. There we go. Oh no, that's going to mess with my OCD. You cannot be serious. This little chunk is going to be sticking out here like this. That's so annoying. Like, this bit here is annoying me. But at least it makes some sense. That is ridiculous. Right, so we just got to wait for them to get their troops ready, basically, and then start pushing into the city. They've got a ballista there. It's got no kills. I think it's in a bad position, if I'm being honest. Yeah, bring the cavalry back inside at this point. You don't need them. And yeah, the siege towers here, their job is to just stand there and absorb the arrow fire from the towers or from the archers, keeping all of these units here safe. And here we go. The Macedonians try to charge forwards. Pulling back. The Galatian swordsmen are now going in there. Pulling back. Yeah, they don't want to overcommit. Ooh, catapult shots coming through. I've seen some shots already. Yeah, the giant Greek ballista. That's getting some shots in. I don't know where the defenders pull back to. If you're gonna be the defender, you want the towers on your side, I think. I think this is the place you're meant to defend, but now it's kind of gone. It's like, what's the point? Maybe I think the play might actually be to pull back and hold these towers here, and hold this bridge bit. Yeah, pull them this far and this deep into the city. You might as well use every advantage you can get, so you might as well use the towers. Arrow fire coming through. Is it going to be a skirmish? Yeah, big skirmish. Both sides getting ready to charge him, but none want to commit themselves yet. They are waiting for now for the right opportunity. Waiting for it to hit. Okay, I can't tell what side the balance of power is on, because we're spectating as these guys, the attackers, but they're appearing as red. And the defenders are appearing as yellow on the minimap. So does that mean balance of power is in favour of the defenders? But we're spectating as these guys, and usually the side you're spectating as is the side on the left, the yellow one. I'm very confused. I'm going to ignore the balance of power right now, because I've got no idea. And I don't want to say anything incorrect and feel I've got to record this entire video again, because trust me, that is frustrating. It happens quite a bit. Are the archers getting any kills? They're on 3. Those arrows come in. What does it go up to them for? Yeah, they're getting like 1 kill every round. Every single volley. Yeah, so it's not fully worth it right now. Those little kills here and there, I mean, it does add up. Right, here we go. The attackers have found an opening, and I think they should have done this earlier, this push, because it forces them to mess up their formation. If I was the attacker, I'd say you need to push onto one side. I think this side could be good, because then you can neutralise and maybe capture this gatehouse and have it shoot on them, so then they have to pull back. But they will probably bring reinforcements here. And then up onto the wall, so you do have to be careful with it. A push here is not going to work. You will get flanked. The defender's making a mistake. You are not meant to push here. The reason being is that you're in a position where if they want to push this way, you have a unit here, you have a unit here. You can get in a V formation and you can flank them. You don't want to push here. Yeah, they lost a load of men. If they push there, they get caught in the V formation and get caught in the flank. You don't want to do it. Hold it here. Which means the attacker cannot really push here. But they need to keep troops there to hold this position. I think their best bet is to actually push here. No, because then you can be flanked from 3 different directions. Maybe the gatehouse might be the play. Big push of all of these units this way. Take the gatehouse, neutralise that quick. You can easily take out these units here. They are fighting there. Get units on the walls, come round here and capture all of these towers. Then come down, you capture all of the towers. so then they can't pull back to the bridge. I think that's how you win it. I think the attackers need to push this way. Open up this front as well. Open up a front where you can push this way, a front where you can push this way, and boom, you can win with that. That's what the attackers need to do. The defenders need to hold their V formation here, do not push. Yeah, as you can see here, they've got units here, they've got units here, which flanks this unit and gives some extra kills onto them. That's what they need to do. Here, same thing, unit here, and a unit here. Get them surrounded in this blob. Here, this is a difficult one, because this is your weak spot. You need more units over here, does the defender. Some here to form a V to try and defend this tower, this gatehouse. Because right now I'm noticing this as the weakness. But now they're focusing over here instead at the Colosseum bit. The infantry are charging through. And that's just going to be a melee slog, isn't it? Yeah, back and forth. They don't want any of their units to get too tired, so they're just going to go back and forth. And this explains why the battle is going to be so long. This unit's breaking. That's why you don't want to push here. No, this is the defensive formation you're meant to hold. It happens sometimes with generals as well, historically. Yes, this is what you needed to do. He noticed his weak spot, he brought more troops over here. That is very good. I like to see that. But this happens with generals sometimes, like at the Colosseum side. Sometimes you get impatient, and you just think, alright, I'm gonna push. You can't be the one to make the push, especially when you are the defender. If you are the attacker, it's expected, but not when you're the defender. Oh, poor guy. I like how his legs are caught on back there. Yep, get your infantry ready. And just appear ready to charge him. That's all you gotta do. You don't actually have to do, like, little skirmishes like this are fine. But just don't, neither side overcommit. Because they've lost 50 men there for 10 kills. They've lost 20 men for 0 kills. 20 men for 30 kills. Whereas this one here, like about 80 men for 60 kills. But alright. Maybe they did do a decent bit of damage somehow on that unit. But it's only one unit, so it still doesn't matter too much. Anything else happening on any other front? No, it's all here right now. One unit at a time, going in and then pulling out, back and forth. I do like how this Sand Knight Silver Infantry unit looks though. That is so cool. I like nice, shiny silver armour. Oh, those javelins were good. Didn't get many kills though, but it produced a lot of blood, but not many kills. Because it's more just like 6 javelins hitting one guy. And I like how some of these are stuck in the trees as well. Sadly they despawned. Okay, now this unit's got itself fighting on the flank. It's got too wide a front, but it actually works out because they can get their javelins in there and get a load of free hits. So that unit now has to turn around, and that unit's going to get flanked. So it did actually work for the defenders there. Those Galatians are going to get cut down. The Macedonians having to push forwards with some Galatian reinforcements. That unit is now breaking. And that unit's basically gone. They're not going to come back. A waste of a good unit, I think. And meanwhile, not much else is happening. Sending in more units, just doing the melee fight, and yeah, that's what the defender needed to do. It's those little flanking manoeuvres there, using this V formation. That's what you need to do, because that's what breaks units. One of the siege towers is finally on fire. The tower finally did it. And they're gonna eventually get in range of some of these units, I think. Now, I think they're okay for now, because, yeah, the siege tower is still technically up. Okay. Oh. Okay, so they're pushing through on the other side of the Colosseum now. Again, this is not what the defender wants. Maybe it's okay for now to just use up a bit of the ammunition with this unit, but you want to pull back. You want to hit them on this flank here, pushing that way, and then pushing this way as well. Hit them on the different flanks. As the defender, it's your job to recognise those openings. Right, what's going on here? We've got the Sam Knight archers getting a few shots in on their archers. The attackers are really leaving themselves open on this flank. Which I think it's fine for the attacker, because if you leave yourself open on this flank here, that might tempt the defender to go on the aggressive, and then you might be able to surround them. So it's like, it's feigning a weakness in a way to try and tempt them to attack, which is something that you would technically want. But at the same time, if you start pouring more infantry in here and you forget it bites open, eventually it does become quite a dangerous opening that the defenders can utilise and completely surround your own troops with. Especially with cavalry, that can just be in there and out very quick. It's like he's got a spearman nearby to try and deal with something like that, but you know, still cavalry are quite fast. This is probably the slowest siege I've ever had to commentate. Really, both sides turtling this one, aren't they? But I don't mind. I think both sides are kind of in a trench warfare stalemate right now, where, I mean, the defender's job is to just literally sit here and wait, but the attacker doesn't really know where to push. I think he might be a bit stuck. They are pushing onto this side though with regulations. The defenders need to pull back a bit. They need to be fighting these units on the flank. I do think this is a mistake. Right, they've sort of done it for this unit here, backing them up against the Colosseum, but this one here only has one front to deal with. The Macedonians pushing forwards as well. They're getting ready to attack. Yeah, they've got to do their little cheering as well. Those guys have stood on that thing. What is that? It's just some boxes, isn't it? Yeah, go on, get the infantry in there. More spearmen pushing forwards. I don't know if spearmen have the right play though, because they don't really have any cavalry here, so yeah, maybe the swordsman would be better. Either way, the attackers are starting to break. Those two units completely collapsed. And yeah, they don't need the spearmen in here. I think they sent them in as a cheap trash unit to try and save these two units, to get them a safe route. But I just don't think it was worth it, because they didn't get a safe route. This one might come back, but so what, it's 40 men. That was overall very good for the defenders. And the attackers just cannot make headway. They had a good start taking this tower, but after that they cannot make any progress at all. Yet get more archers up here on the walls and shoot down onto their side. That I think is the smart play. I'm surprised I've not done this earlier. I like the position of this general. He's close enough to their troops to provide a morale boost. But at the same time he's completely safe, and also he's watching the flank as well, just to keep an eye on that. Are all sides still with their general? Yeah, I think so. Yep, no one's lost their general yet, I don't think. And we are officially halfway through, yet it feels like nothing has happened at the same time. Is it going to be one of those battles where nothing happens until the final 2 minutes and then all hell breaks loose? Or is it going to be a battle where slowly and steadily they do eventually just wear each other out? Is it going to be big grand finale? Or just a slow grind? I think it's going to be a slow grind. That's the vibe they're giving off with these little pushes and then their little retreats. So many dead bodies piling up here. At what point do you call it a day and just clean up and then fight again tomorrow? Yeah, come on, cut them down. Javelins are coming in, but we've got the shields up, which are protecting most of them. Although a few of them are getting hit. And there we go. Ooh, we got a good shot in there. Now they charge in. Putting in a load of weight onto this side now. And I think at this point, as the attacker, that's what you got to do. Just throw in the weight, throw in the infantry, see what you can do, see what you can make of it. Because just sitting there is not going to win the battle. But then again, pushing at this point is probably not going to win the battle as well. Unless you have better infantry units. And it doesn't look like they really do, because they are really struggling to push. The archers are breaking. They've just lost so many men to enemy arrow fire. What is the kills on these archers? 171, 70. Wow. 114. Whereas these archers are pretty much closer to, yeah, like for 50 range. So the defenders are doing a lot better with their archers, taking out the enemy archers. Which should then give them missile advantage, but then it depends on how they use that missile advantage. Oh, a nice little fight here, up against the back of the Colosseum. Oh, he sadly got cut down. Can his friend hold out? He's got his buddies here. They've reformed a line. Is that guy stood inside a fridge? It looks like a fridge. Fridge freezer. Oh, they're getting pushed back a bit. He got cut down. Come on, you've got this, defenders. Oh, another one. Now those two are going to get surrounded. He got a kill. But I think it's too late. His buddy got cut down and he's fleeing. Hanging his head, just trying to get out of there. And he got out of there safely. Well, somewhat safely. He's safe now. Is he routing? Yeah, he's routing. The final 15. He was the lucky one. Although if I was one of these guys, I'm going to stab these guys as they rout. Like, why wouldn't you? I'm not going to stand here fighting this if you're routing like that. No, I'm going to stab right into it. Oh, poor guy. Poor guy. His buddies do it as well, just vomiting everywhere. Covered in blood as well. Is it his own blood or the enemy's blood? Who knows? But either way, I think he's had enough. He's had a rough day. Yeah, get these javelins in. You're not going to have a good shot though. Yeah, so it was a bit of a waste. If he did fire there, they probably would have got more friendly fire. Yeah, what's happening on the rest of the battle? I was a bit zoomed in there. Nothing at all. I don't know what side I want to win at this point. I think I'm cheering on the defenders. I usually cheer on the defender. Like, after seeing Lord of the Rings for Two Towers, how can you not cheer on the defender? I've been in love with defensive sieges ever since Helm's Deep. All those years ago. Ooh, he's really putting the effort in, isn't he? I like this guy here. Oh, that's like his third kill. Oh, no, he's still alive. I think he got 2 in quick succession. But he has to be careful now. Go on. What is it? He's, I think he's one. Yeah, he's for Sam Knight Silver Infantry. He's fighting like 5 different guys right now. One of them is the Standard Bearer. He has to be careful. This big stick is in the way and it's annoying. Oh, good use of shield work there. And, oh, they're running away. Oh, no. No, they got him. Just as the Macedonians were pulling away. Actually routing, in fact. One unit pulling away, another unit routing. And yeah, the slog continues over there. Anything else happening at all on this battlefield? No. A little skirmish going on here and there, but it's mostly just this choke point here. Archers finally on the walls. They needed that. Get a load more arrows in here. And actually, if the attacker takes these walls here, capturing that gatehouse, then eventually these guys are not going to be able to stand here because that tower's going to fire, the arrow fire will become too much. They can't really retreat this way. I think that would be a mistake, it would take too long. So they'll have to retreat this way, but then that leaves these guys open with their flank, so then they have to actually retreat all the way back to here. They'll need a V formation, so yeah, if they lose this bit here, the wall, they would have to possibly retreat all the way back to this. This is the next zone of defence for them, right near this temple here. Is it a temple? I think it is. Those lions want to play football, it seems. Again, cool big doors. It's either a temple or the palace. I think it's a palace. Yeah. Either way, they didn't actually win on the wall. That unit got completely butchered trying to take the tower, and now this unit's going to take the walls back from the attacker and scare away those archers. Or maybe not. Maybe he just wants to mess with the archers for now. They don't want to go for them yet because they don't want to leave himself open. Loads of arrow fire coming in here. The attackers really throwing their weight in now. They might finally start to make a push here and breach this Colosseum area. Again, I think the defender here has been a bit overly aggressive. I think it would have been much better off, or they, I should say, as there's two defenders, would have been much better off pulling back and forming that V formation and using the flank, rather than, you know, trying to make a push. Like, there's no reason at all why any of the defender's troops should make it across this line here. Never mind up to here. Ooh, so many dead bodies even back here as well from the arrow fire. Wow. Yeah, and those Macedonians are on a break now because you've got them in that sweet spot where you can sort of like put more pressure on them, surround them a bit. With the arrow fire as well, it's going to really hurt their morale, and then that allows you to break their units one at a time. It becomes sort of like an invincible wall of infantry. They will eventually break through it, but the question becomes, do they have enough men for it to really be a possibility, a serious consideration? And I don't think they do. And what we're about to see now is both of those units break, the Galatians are on a break, and the defenders have held this part down. The attackers now need to send more men in there if they want to hold this bit. What's happening over here? They're now trying to push this way. The general's having to come to reinforce for the defenders, but I think both sides still have their general. Yep, seems everyone's got a general still, yep. Oh god, there's still 20 minutes left. And I still don't think much has happened. There's a lot of dead bodies on the field, but not much has happened. Okay, you're too late for this attacker. This is far too late. You should have taken all of this and neutralised that tower when they were weak. Now, there's a load of men here, and now the towers are going to shoot at your troops. You're going to lose a load of soldiers unnecessarily. The javelins coming in from the walls. This is not a good move. I think the defenders might have this. Because the attackers, but they waited too long. They should have taken all of this like 20 minutes ago, but they're only going for it now. Now that it's actually fortified and defended. The defenders have to be careful. They've got the general on the front right there, taking a lot of hits as well against those heavy Macedonians, getting hit by missile fire as well. Yeah, you gotta be more careful with the generals though. What's that unit doing? Yeah, so they're trying to take the wall again, but I don't think it's gonna work. They've got to take the tower, they've got to take out this unit. They might kill the archers. Or slingers, actually. But then with the tower fire as well, I think they're gonna break. I think this is a unit that has already broken as well once before. But yeah, all the slingers have to do is, whoa, careful. All they have to do is slow them down and let the tower do the rest of the work like that. Although the tower's actually getting a bit of friendly fire as well. Which must be unfortunate. Or hitting the shields. Either way, more troops are pulling back. But yeah, I think the defender's pretty much fine. It's one unit. The ballista unit's up here. They've got 142 kills with that ballista. How many kills have they got with theirs? So it's now up there. They got about 100 kills and did some damage to the wall as well. So yeah, I think the ballista units are definitely worth it. Although, I think the defenders are going to hold the wall here. I don't think the attackers are going to take it. They're getting a lot of kills with this unit on the walls, but they're fighting trash, so it doesn't really matter. And slowly, one at a time, the tower will just tear them apart. Meanwhile over here, the attacker not really doing much of a push anymore. He lost far too many men doing that. And he shouldn't be fighting over here as well. The towers are just going to keep on killing too many of his soldiers. It's not worth it. Good for the defender though. And what's happening back here? How is this unit not broken yet? They're down to the final 27. Tower fire still coming in, more units still coming in. I think this unit has to break soon, surely. Down to the final 20. They're not going to take this tower. I don't know why they're even trying. I guess it does distract the defender at least from the other fronts, and there we go, it's broken. That unit's done. Now if I was the defender, I might just reclaim the rest of the wall with those infantry. No, I won't. Hold the defensive position here actually. Wait for the time being, because if you push here and they bring up their infantry, they'll cut you down, then they've got an opening to take this, and then they can flank around you here. You don't want to do that actually. Yeah, be defensive on that wall, and only defensive. The attacker is the one that needs to push, but at this point, probably a bit too late for that as well. Just like the gatehouse here, a bit too late, it took too long. Macedon throwing his general into this, into the murder pit. Why would you? Then again, what can the attacker do at this point? I think it is pretty much over. Even though it says there's 14 minutes left, I cannot see a world in which the attacker actually wins. Unless that general is like super duper tough or something. I've got some heavy cav back here, but I can't see them doing much inside the city. I think all generals are still alive. Yep, all generals still alive. By some feat of luck more than anything. And here we go. We've got all the different skirmisher troops fighting for the wall here. I think the attackers will win it, but by the time they do, I think it'll be too late. Their main infantry would have been destroyed. They've given up the push for the gatehouse. I think that's the right call now. But that does give the defender more time to get more troops and their cavalry general round here to fight on these other fronts. Only 2 infantry units here left. One of them is a general there, but if the defender can make the push here, breach round and flank around, it could do a load of damage. He'll have to neutralise that tower though, but that shouldn't be a problem. He can do that fairly quickly. Balance of power is now 50-50 in favour of... who's it heading towards? I've got no idea. But at least we know it's 50-50. Where is Macedon only has their general left, don't they? Yeah. Yeah, and of course the skirmishers, but those don't really count. Apart from that, it is just the general. And then it's basically up to the other attacker, his ally, the Galatians at this point, who have a general and a load of infantry, but it's all weak infantry. They are all quite battered. He's got a decent cav unit, it seems. But it's a city battle, so meh. So what? What's this little pond area here? Oh, that looks cool. It is a really nice garden. with a little old-fashioned wheelbarrow there. Ah, how pretty. Some nice flowers. Is the Macedonian general dead yet? No. Somehow no one's lost a general. I don't understand how sometimes I can fight like this, where generals just seem to fight until the last man. I swear I don't get that type of luck in my battles. Final 10 minutes, I think we can triple speed it now. It's just the infantry push. The Samnite defenders are absolutely exhausted here with this unit. The Macedonian general unit slowly getting weakened every turn. But the general is dead for Macedon. Okay, but so what? It's like, what does he have left? The archers, the skirmishers, they're not expected to do much in melee anyway. General recently died for the Samnites. That's this general over here on the front, isn't it? Yeah. But the Bactrian general is still alive, and the Bactrians have so many more troops that I think they're gonna win it, and they're making the push now. Ooh, gotta be careful, Bactria, you don't want to throw your general into this. I think you've got this one, but don't throw your general in like that. Yeah, they're coming in on the flank now. They're making the breach over here as well, now that Macedon's out of the way with. They do have to be careful with that cav unit though. Yeah, I wish they had a spearman here. Well, they do have a Bactrian spearman here. But it's down to a final 38, so it's kind of weak. The Galatians breaking, the Bactrian unit was about to break. This Macedonian unit's still fighting over here, but the defenders are making a push now, and I think they will push through and destroy that unit. Yep, there we go, it's routing. And it's surely got to be gone soon, right? Down to the final 24. How is that unit still fighting? How is that unit breaking other units? It should have been dead a long time ago. The attackers actually made a breach here. They had the morale on their side. Did the Bactrian general die or something? No. I think it must have been Samnites here, and they just completely broke. But then again, the attackers' flank has been cut up, and this is going to come down to the wire more than I thought it is. But I still got to give it to the defenders right now. If I had to call it right now, I would give it to the defenders. Bactria, be careful with that general. Please, do not lose your general now. Pull him out of there. The other cavalry's coming. Get him out. The other cavalry charges in, but the attacker is breaking. That Macedonian unit's finally gone. That archer unit's got 200 kills. So many kills on these. And with that, I think the attackers are done. They've lost their infantry, they've got their cav general left. He's done a charge round the city, just doing some charges here and there, but I don't think he's going to win it. I think eventually he will get cut down, because Bactria's still got their general alive. I don't see this going on for another 5 minutes though. Like, surely this cav unit's got to break at some point. Unless he's going to just run round in circles. But eventually the towers are just going to take him out. And Bactria has a cav unit as well to try and deal with it. I guess the archers could keep the fight up for a while, but... nah, I don't see it happening. Are they actually just going to run around the city? The Bactrian general there charging in. I think he got cut down or something. I don't know. I swear I saw a Bactrian unit there in all of that. But come on, just kill him. Come on, accept defeat, attacker. Accept defeat. You're not going to win this. He's going to keep up these charges in here until he gets a big break. But I don't think it's going to happen. Unless he kills the general here. But I really don't think he will. How are those Macedonian archers still in it as well? Oh, it just keeps on going. Come on, someone kill him. Slowly getting his numbers down. He's on 230 kills, he's still breaking units. He's done a break for Bactrian General. He broke for Bactrian General. Bactrian General still alive. 32 cav left. He could do it. Actually, I'm getting invested again now. He could actually do it here. With the archers as well to fight in melee. The defenders have nothing left. The defenders have nothing left. Right at the end. Has the attacker actually pulled this back? I cannot believe what I'm witnessing here. He's still got his cav unit. He's still got his general. Right, Bactria. Yeah, you need to break for arch unit at this point. That needs to go. Yep, get your units up here, away from those cavalry. They've realised now how deadly that cav unit is. Let the tower do the work. I think this is actually the right play at this point. I think the defender might have been overly confident. I was certainly overconfident in his defence. But it doesn't seem to have worked for him. That being said, they've gotten down to the final 20 cav now and 1 archer unit. 1 weak archer unit. The defender has a swordsman up here. We can't see the full city, so maybe he has more units. The attacker's making a mistake. Oh, he's dismounting. I thought he was just going to sit there. This could be a mistake as well, though. He's going to capture the tower. He's down to the final 18. Who won? Costly enemy victory. Macedon died. So Macedon was under the control of the attacker. Yeah. I think the defender won it then. Maybe the general died and then they broke. Yeah, so valiant defeat for the attacker here. Oh, wow, that was a good fight. So yeah, it must have, in the final second, the general must have died from the tower fight and then just everything broke. The game just went, nah, I've had enough. Or maybe the battle is 1 hour and 2 seconds. Did they have battle timer on? That would be ridiculous if it ended via battle timer. But it would make sense. It's like 1 hour battle timer, plus a second at the start, plus a second at the end. It adds up to an hour. And then it goes to the defender. That would explain his desperate push at the end. Okay. 317 kills on that cav general. That's good. 238 there. The Macedonians also got some decent kills on average, but nothing stands out. The Samnites, their silver infantrymen did really well, but they didn't have that many units. And the Bactrians, yeah, the archers did well for the Bactrians. So did the infantry as well. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Check out the OBG Discord server, linked down below. But for now, goodbye.